You're seeing my YouTube feed. Let's do this. Welcome, game developers, to Doug Teaches Ue5. Yes. Happy New Year, everybody. Now, we are going to be making, because I got some requests to clone Killer 7, and I'm not just talking about that one comment. So we're essentially going to be doing that. In this tutorial, we're basically just going to import a character that I grabbed from Niximo, and that's about it. We'll handle. This is gonna be a from scratch. Anyway, let's keep going. Wait, what about the? Wait, you're using 5.3? Yes, that means we have to do that whole input action nonsense. Let's go games. I'll use the third person, and I will call this. And plus, I'll use C++ it. Oh well, yeah. Let's call this Killer 7 clone. You're not gonna focus on blueprints? I'll do both. Oh. Can't curse anymore. Yeah, what the heck? Yeah, what the hell's up with that? I have no idea, but whatever. YouTube's a jerk. Plus, I had to break up the thing. Ugh. And take out job ads and do a lot of script writing for our animated series. Anyway, mm. So what about the whole NPC tutorial with dialogue system? Yeah, we're gonna be doing that too. Because Iwazaru is in Killer 7, and Iwazaru is one of the most annoying characters in the game, and but that counts as NPC. Plus, we're going to be using behavior trees and stuff for the Heaven Smiles. Yeah. Speaking of, what kind of... So how is this tutorial series going to break down? If I get enough requests to do, like, oh, Doug, can you do the whole res thing that Garcia and Smith does? I'm going to be like, maybe. But anyway. So, if, for whatever reason... Well, I think I'd refer to... No, I'll just do that. If, for whatever reason, you didn't see that, like, I'll just go to Windows and... I'll go to the Place Actors window to open it up. And then window. Well, technically speaking, I don't necessarily need the content. I'm fine with the content browser just being, you know, just quick access. Anyway, so I'm gonna go to content, and we are going to. The first thing we're gonna do is set up our character, blend space, and MVP, and then create a character. But that's about it. We won't do any movement inputs or any of that until the following week. So I'm going to right click, and I'm going to click on, I'm going to make a new folder. I'm going to call this Mesh. Then I'm going to go here, you get it, and call player character. P char. Just documents. I'm going to go to UE5 stuff. And use the Manic Mansion character that I'm doing. Speaking of that, is that devlog coming back? Yes. Oh my god. You really don't like devlogging? No, I don't. But then again, I'd rather devlog than, have a runny nose and do Let's Plays. I think his name was Lewis? Yep, Lewis, dude. And, where is... I gotta get in closer and extra dry. No, not jumping down. Oh. Yeah, ooh, wait. Pistol handgun. Yeah, that one. I'll just do that. Well, technically... Well, first I gotta import the character, so I'll just do that. So, import all. Because Killer 7 has that weird... different animations. So all I'll need really is the pistol idle and walk run and pistol aiming idle, idle pose and run. I'll import the stuff. Well, I'll import like guns and stuff later. Yeah, okay. Can we please... don't tell me Unreal froze. Did it? Yeah, it's been freezing on me for like a mother. Oh, way to begin a tutorial series. I know, right? Oh my goodness. Jeez and crackers. All right, we're gonna end task. Why does it do that? I don't know. It's 5.3. I'm just gonna call it 5.3. Good lord. Just end the task. I have to restart this nonsense. Hey, mouse. Mouse. Mouse, stop betraying me. Come on. I gotta get my mouse to not betray me. Alright, so let's go back in the library. Killer 7 clone. Open for daddy. And I'm gonna have some. I'm gonna have another cigarette. Wow, I cannot English today. Maybe it's because you can't curse anymore. Right? Good lord. I really want to curse. Why? Because it's fun. Well, first of all, it's fun. Second, I want to. Now you gotta go back into here. Where is? Oh, I need to go Ue5 stuff. Characters. Lewis dude. Where is pistol? Let's just import you. Uh, okay then. Wow, it really doesn't like you, right? Now we're gonna make another folder and call this one animations. Mm. Wait, why am I right-clicking? Why don't you just click on import? So, we're gonna need a couple animations. Let's go, I'm just gonna go to Adventurer. Okay, that has nothing. Where is... Huh. What are you gonna do? Alright, fine. I'll just get the... Oh, hey, Male Locomotion Pack. Idle. And... Where's the run? Where is the run? Standard run. Open. The skeleton will be you. And if there's a box that says import animation, uncheck that box, and then I'll just import all. Okay, now we need... I'm going to save all, just because I do not want this thing freezing up on me again. Watch it freeze on you now. Oh man, if that happens, I'm going to... Oh, I won't curse. I wonder if the comment section will tell you to curse. They do, man. They probably will. We're going to go to pistol idle, because we need that. Technically speaking, we don't, but, like, anyway. Import all. Okay, we're good. Now, we're fine. Now what we need is a blend space. Now 5.1, if you go to animation, you'll know that you can use a normal blend space, but we need a blend space 1D because it's just idle and then run. That's it. There's literally no middle ground with Killer 7. So you might be wondering where that is in 5.3. Well, if you go to Legacy, you'll see it in blend space 1D. Now it's going to ask for a skeleton. Obviously we need this. And I'll just call this, I'll call it Lewis Dude. Lewis Dude Blend Space 1D. Ugh. And we're just going to take the idle, plug it into here. And we're going to go to standard run and plug this into here. Now, you'll notice in standard run, it's actually moving forward. It's literally moving forward. We do not want that. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to scroll down here where it says root motion. Tick enable root motion. And click on reference pose. Anim start 0. And then force root lock. Why is he running to the side? That's the animation. Okay. So we're done here. We have to save all. Because of course we do. And now we have to go to content. Well, technically speaking, we could just go to C++ classes, Killer 7 clone. Do I want to make a blueprint class derived from this? I tell you what. We won't do it here. We might in the Dead Rising clone. Oh yeah, you're finally gonna do that? I might, because I've been getting a lot. I'm still getting like people ask me that nonsense, so I might do that. Anyway, let's go. I'll just make a new folder here and call it Game BP. Right click, new folder, player P player character. And I'll have a new folder here and just call it inputs. And finally, we'll need, because seeing as how we're going to make this character from scratch, we're going to go take blueprint class. And I'll do all classes for now, but that's just force of habit. Character, and still this P char. P character. Alright, so now we have nothing. So that means we can't, we need to set up an NMBP on this as well, so we'll do that. Ugh, my goodness. Runny nose and all that nonsense. Plus I have that meeting at 9. What time is it now? 8:07. I'm more than enough time. We are going to go back into mesh, going to go into characters, player character, animations, and we need an anim blueprint. So, right click, animations, animation blueprint. It's going to ask for a character, skeleton. I'm going to use character 12, whatever. And Lewis anim BP. Alright. Okay, so here we have the event graph and the anim graph. The anim graph essentially lets us do a lot of things from save catch poses, etc., etc. What we'll need is a default slot. So we can do like the what the hell is it called? The counterattack? Yes, the counterattack from Killer 7 and a regular state machine. So to do that, we drag this off. And we just type in default slot. And finally, we go here and we say state machine. And then we're done. We double click in here. We take the entry, drag this out, and we go to add state. I'm just going to call this default state. And then we double click. So we drag this result off, and it's going to be looking for an anim blend space. We made one. We made a 1D blue anim blend space called Lewis Dude. Blend space 1D. Now it's going to be looking for a variable, a float, to get the velocity, and basically say, oh, this character is moving forward, backward, etc., etc. So we need to basically say, okay, how do we do that? We get a variable, we promote it. So we drag this out, type promote to variable, and I'll just call this speed. Now, in the event graph, you really shouldn't smoke while you're tutorializing. Don't smoke, kids. Don't smoke cigarettes. I don't actually smoke weed. Anyway, so in the event graph, we need to, technically speaking, we have to try to get the pawn owner and ask if it's valid, but we don't necessarily need to do that. Because we made the player character, we can literally cast to player character because we're assigning this specific anim BP to the player class. There's no need to try to get the pawn owner, because trying to get the pawn owner, it basically looks for everything that has this particular set of animations and then asks if it's valid. Rather than do that, we already know this character is going to exclusively be assigned, or rather this character and the animations are going to be exclusively assigned to the player class. So we don't need to try to ask if it's valid, make it scroll through everything. We can just say, hey, look for the player character. Here's the player character. Cast to it. So we basically we do that. So we just say, I'm just going to type in Lewis Dude. Oh, no, not Lewis Dude. Player character. Yes, P5. Did I misspell player character? Whatever. Anyway, so we plug this into here. Eventually, sorry. We will. Should I do a sequence? Yeah. Yes, I'll do a sequence, but this will be for another tutorial or something later on. Essentially, a sequence executes everything simultaneously. We'll need this. We'll need this particular thing for later. So, in order to have a sequence, hold down the S as in Sam key and just left click, and then just plug that in. Now, as player character, we need to get velocity, and then from there we need to grab its vector length to see how fast we're moving, and then we set that to the speed. We just click and drag to there. Then we just plug this in, and then compile. I'm going to click on these three dots and save on compile. I'm just going to click on always because I don't want to compile, save, So I'll go back into player character. In our mesh, it's going to be asking for a skeletal mesh. Guess what? We have one. It is character. It's character whatever. I'm going to move this down to about -90, so that way it's in the capsule. And then I am also going to look for it's going to need an anim class. So we made one. Lewis anim BP. Now, obviously, we want him to face forward, so I'm going to rotate him 90 degrees. Now, what we need, technically speaking, we don't necessarily need a spring arm. I'm going to put one in. Instead, I'm just going to put in a camera. Why don't we need a spring arm? Because you won't be moving the camera around. You can't. Because you can only move two directions, forward and back. The only time you can move the camera is when you're in first-person view. And we'll do that as we're setting up the controls. But I will move this up, and I'm going to put this in a parent saw. Should I put this in a parent saw? Okay, no. I'll just leave it like that as is. Oh God, I needed to smoke. Essentially, now what we need to do is in our world settings, we need to go to game mode and expand this. I'll just type in alright, I was hoping to do this later, but fine, we'll do this now. I'm gonna go back to my game BP folder. To do that, as you can see, I'm in my player character. While in this area, right, if you click into this gray area and hit Control B, you're automatically taken to the game BP, so I'm just gonna go here and right click. I'll have a new folder called game mode. And here's where we're going to save our, put our save game data as well. So, get this blueprint class, go to all classes, shut up phone, stop acting up. I'm going to go to game mode, I'm going to type in game mode. And there are two things you see here, game mode base and game mode regular. What's the difference between the two? Long story short, game mode base it doesn't have any multiplayer features. Game mode has everything. So, are you going to do a multiplayer version of this? No, but I'm going to just have game mode because it's important that they know the difference between these two. So I'm not even going to bother with base. I'm just going to take in game mode regular. And I'll just call this K7 game mode. K7 game mode. What? Hey! K7 game mode. There. Now, under game mode override, with this highlighted, I go here, click on this little arrow, use the game mode. Default pawn class, I'm going to go P character. Boom. My nose is so runny. What a way to do a Friday. Shut up. And if I hit play, hey, look at that. We have our game. We have our character, and we can't move him. Hooray! But that's fine. That's what we wanted to accomplish anyway. Let's save all. And boom! So, what will happen next week? Next week, we'll be able to start moving this character around. Now, technically speaking, all I'd really have to do is say, oh, in here, hit the W key. But no, we're not doing that. Because we need to because it's important that you guys know the new input action system Unreal has. Because if I try to do edit project settings and go to inputs, you'll be greeted with this message. Well, you might be greeted with this message if you're not using 5.1, because that's when they started implementing this. As you can see, like, the input systems is now denigrated, so it might not work. We could just hard code it in here and say on W key do this, but no. It's important that you guys know that we need to get the player controller, cast it, get the pawn order, etc., etc., etc. Essentially, what we're going to be doing is, where the hell is that third person character? Oh, wait, no, because this won't matter, considering how this is all set up in C++, yeah. Oh, right. Oops, that was a waste of time. Anyway, so next week, we're going to set up our hierarchy. If you want me to do it in C++, just put it in the comment section, but in all honesty, I'm going to have to, we're going to be cloning seeing as how we're going to be cloning Dead Rising's inventory system. Yeah. Anyway, so that being said, yeah, we're done. So end it here, narrator. And when is this going up? I'm gonna make sure this comes up on Friday. What about the other thing? And are we still doing the Warhammer shooter? Ever since God took my laptop away, I have to re-download everything. So.